sends the Cougars to the championship game. Basketball here, there's a steal. Zador Phillips to the rim, slams it home. From the slot, and Rickles ends it in overtime.
Is back, the head up the bump, and he is spinning, and he's stopped at the goal line. Centennial wins it.
What is up, Sports Den family? We are back for another episode here, Blythe Whaley alongside J.W. Cox, and we have more highlights for you.
Absolutely. We had more sports, so we had more highlights. We might as well jump into it, right? We got a lot to talk about on the back end as far as what the rest of the season is going to look like when it comes to Sports Den, but for now, let's focus on the highlights. And Blythe, this is one of my favorite kind of weeks. Why? Because this is a triple win week for our football teams. All three of our schools in the win column. Spoils a little bit of the drama maybe, but let's start with the Blaine Bengals and the Anoka Tornadoes. Bengals have been rolling, trying to finish off a 5-1 regular season, and Tyler Schuster has been a big part of it. He finds Dylan Myers from 18 yards out in the first quarter for the score. Lone score of the first quarter, slower start for the Bengals than we've seen, but still in the first half. Schuster to Myers again. They're fired up and slinging it up and down Goodrich Field against the Anoka Tornadoes. It's 14-0. Still up by that score. Looking for a third. Max Stepanek has the catch, and well, I guess that's maybe a little bit too much for the sensibilities of the officials there at Goodrich on the night, so that'll back them up. There was a penalty before the play, a penalty after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. All right, they got to do it again. And you got to do it again, you go to Josh Schlungen. And Schlungen rolls it in from 25 yards out, and it's a 21-3 lead for the Blaine Bengals. That was the score at the half. Or rather, it was 14-3 at the half. That was in the third quarter. And then Schuster from 2 yards out, he tacks on another score. Not getting a flag that time, Anoka Tornadoes. Tornadoes trying to come back in this one, 28-3, and the interception. Joe Beckman, one of 2 interceptions on the night for the Bengals. Beckman's first of the season, just a junior in that Bengals secondary. Big play. It's still a 25-point lead. You give it to number 25, and Schlungen in again. That's from 1 yard out. Don't let the short nature of these touchdowns fool you, though. This one from 3 yards out again for Schlungen. He goes for a school record 291 on the ground. That's 291, a school record for a single game, and the Bengals roll to a 5th victory. Look at that, putting up the rushing yards, 407 as a team. Didn't need a lot through the air, just 72. Those 2 big touchdowns, most of it for Tyler Schuster, and it's just a whale of a season for Josh Schlungen. 291, 3 more touchdowns. Myers, the 2 touchdown receptions. He's been getting it rolling, and Will Fredrickson had that other interception. That's 1 win, Blythe.
Yeah.
We got more wins on the way.
Let's count it. The Panthers head to the Spartans to end regular season. This one, Clausen finding Wetzel, having to go over the top of a defender, but he yanks it down for the massive yardage. But Payne, gonna bring some pain here with this one, cutting straight to the end zone for the early 6 points. Panthers go up. Orno trying to get some yards here, but it's all defense. Kaja with the tackle. Here, this one, Clausen able to find the wide open Wetzel here to mosey on into the end zone. 2nd touchdown of the night here for the Panthers. Cross again, trying to find someone. He sends it long, but coming down sky high is Caleb Skelly here for the Panthers with that pick. 1 pick, can it be 2? Yes, it can. Toomey bringing it down here for the Panthers, finishing it off here. Panthers win 14-0 final. Taking a look there again. We got to see Payne running in that touchdown, but of course Wetzel got the second one, that rushing yards. 176.
That's an impressive balanced attack as you look at all those names with 65, 80 yards of offense, 87 for Clausen on the ground, and that's a really good Panther attack, and obviously the defense has helped carry them too. So There's another win. All right, Blythe, we're going to
Number
try to
2.
make it 3. We got 2 wins, looking to go for the trifecta, and it's up to the Centennial Cougars taking on the Osseo Orioles. Also, all of our teams on the road, by the way. That's why we got all this footage courtesy of other people. And Osseo would get on the board first. Wyatt Doubler, 32 yards to Michael Henderson, able to walk his way in. We saw that a couple of weeks ago against the Blaine Bengals. So they get the early lead. Cougars having to come from behind. Well, looking to go to the air to set something up. And when Elijah Ward goes to the air, he goes to Mason Lindsay, 48 yards to set up a potential touchdown. Ward wants to go again. This time, Jack Parenteau, bang, in the end zone. Gets it. That one makes it 7-6 Centennial on the 27-yard reception. Cougar defense stepping up. Osseo, the fumble. Cougars get it back. Nearly the same spot in the field. So you're the same spot in the field. Why not go to the same guy? Ward to Parenteau again. This from 22 yards out. Second connection from those two. It's 14-6. Cougars making their extra points and making the punter sweat. Drop, snap, bring him down. Special teams getting in on the game. Ike Ankrum. We like Ike. Ike Ankrum to the corner, and he knocks it in from 11 yards out on the ground. Cougars continue to roll again in the third quarter. That's Elijah Ward with the keeper. Kenneth McKenzie, who takes the hardware as the most featured opponent on SportsDen. He had a big day against the Bengals a couple of weeks ago. He gets a touchdown for Osseo. Cougars, though, too much. Coming back with Elijah Ward again. And Centennial, 35-22. They close the regular year with a victory. So 2-3, 2-4 in the Metro North for the Cougs. Bengals up top of that Metro North with their 4 victories. Again, a lot of uneven schedules with games here and there, but Bengals end up with the most conference wins of anyone in the Metro North at 4-1, 5-1 overall. Spring Lake Park in the Suburban Blue, of course, unbeaten, and they've got the most wins overall of anybody in the Suburban Blue, playing a game more than those Armstrong Falcons did. Well, take a look at what's coming up next, Blythe, and this is a complicated 6A bracket, but
Certainly
it is what
is.
it is. It is here. There's some teams that got byes, some teams that would have had it anyway. We'll show you everybody. You see Anoka there. That's in our area. Now at the 6th seed, they'll take on Rosemount. Eastridge, the 2 seed, all the way through already. St. Michael will have to tangle with Eastview, and then Woodbury and Minnetonka. That would be a pretty good 4-5 matchup if that happens coming up tomorrow. All these scheduled for tomorrow. First round 6A games. We've got more brackets in 6A as they'll wind their way to a Final Four. Lakeville South, one of the best teams in the state. They'll take on Cretin-Durham Hall. Edina and Osseo, pretty good 4-5 matchup potentially. Champlin Park and White Bear Lake. Egan and Shakopee representing the South Metro there. Eden Prairie on due to a bye because of COVID. Prior Lake and Roseville will be the only teams in this one that play on Tuesday. TG and Farmington also make their way to the next round for a 2-3 matchup. Then you'll see more familiar teams up in our area. Stillwater gets a bye, and then Centennial will have to take on Lakeville North, which is a very good team, but they've had some up and down scheduling challenges too. Wayzata, they were going to take on Burnsville. They'll move on, and Blaine, that game against Mounds View scheduled for tomorrow, also canceled. So the Bengals get to move on. It's a little less complicated for the Spring Lake Park Panthers, Blythe.
Yeah, they get that go ahead, and we like it though.
Yeah, they'll get that bye too. Get the winner of Irondale or St. Louis Park. That'll be scheduled for 1 p.m. on Saturday. They'd be looking ahead to a championship game a week from Saturday or a week from Friday. Minneapolis Southwest and Park Center and Cooper already waiting in the second round for the winner of that game.
And that's all after the turkey now, so.
Exactly. That gets you down the road after the turkey. So, it's been a winning episode so far, Blythe.
Yeah, I like it.
We've
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, we got volleyball in the second half after this break. And unfortunately, 2 of our teams played each other, but that means one of our teams is going to get a win. We'll have more wins on the other side. It's SportsDen. Stick around.
And just like JW promised, we are back with some volleyball highlights for you. And of course, also we said that it's a cat clash here for our first one, and an exciting one at that. Centennial taking on the Bengals here in this first one. This matchup, of course, we love to see our 2 teams head to head. The Bengals playing, but we get to see why the Cougars are up here early. That was Peterson with a kill. This one continues Centennial's way. Cloner sets up Jones here for, again, that placement coming in clutch there for her. The Bengals continue to try to keep this one going, but the Cougars finding the floor with Swenson. This one continues the Cougars' way. Again, another kill. This one from Kroll. We're here in the third set. This one coming from Cloner. The far side, that tap there. Again, coming from Jones. Kroll, can she do it? Bengals recover and make it happen for themselves. The Bengals finding their points on the board as well that night. But this one is the match point. We're gonna head to the Cougars to find that victory here in this Bengal-Cougar matchup.
Let's set up a bounce back chance for the Bengals in their next matchup, taking on the Totino Grace Eagles. And this one was tight. The Bengals really controlled the first two sets, as you can see early from the middle kill from Jillian Hansen. But the Eagles got better as the night went on, indicative here in the first on the kill for the Eagles. Getting back to within two, but it winds ahead 23-17 in the first. Go to the far side, Eliana Schmitz. She had a big day. Schmitz working that left side. Bengals take the first 25-18 into the second. Again, it's tight. None of these were really separated by much. Part of that because of Abby Zaire working on that right side for the Totino Grace Eagles. In the middle, though, that's where the Bengals were feasting on the night. Zoe Smith, big time kill. Then off the block for Paige Ewerts. She gets the kill, and that ends the second set, 25-16. Bengals cruising. What did I say? Eagles got better as the night went on. Bengals would take the lead in the third set, seemed to be rolling, courtesy of Schmitz there on the edge again. But Totino Grace comes back in the middle, a sophomore, Alexandra McGeehan. Big size, big swing, and a big point. It's to 24-18. Look at that effort from Smith, the libero for the Eagles. Bengals would get the point, courtesy of Ella Kappas, but only prolonging that third set. Eagles would come back at set point again. Kappas can't get that one to roll. It's 25-19, so we needed a fourth. Eagles within three again. They go back to McGeehan. Big swing. Bengals starting to sweat a little bit, but they would regain control. How do you do that? In the middle, Zoe Smith, the powerful strike. They were working middle all night long. Want some more proof? It's match point. They go to the middle for Hansen. She got it over. The net call, anticlimactic, brings it to the end. 25-21. That's the final as the Bengals get a good bounce back victory. So again, at least one of our teams winning in every single highlight, and that's what I like, Blythe. Northwest Suburban Conference, Centennial 7-4, Blaine 6-5, Spring Lake Park at 3-8, and you see Andover and Maple Grove pacing all of that. We still got some volleyball to take care of here, hopefully this season.
Yeah, looking ahead, Blaine going to get to take on Rogers. Centennial taking on Armstrong, and Spring Lake Park heading to Coon Rapids. So Blaine getting to have that home game here this week.
Yeah, right now we're scheduled for that Elk River game when you look at maybe what we might have coming back. But rely on NorthMetroTV.com to see what our schedules will be as things continue to change, and we're rolling forward here. So NorthMetroTV.com. That's also where you'll find out details of what else we're doing on SportsDen. We got some good interviews set up that we've done virtually, that Kenton Kipp has done virtually, to kind of put a capper on the fall season that was with some of our athletes and things like that. So keep an eye on the coverage. What else is coming up, Blythe? We got a big holiday coming up, huh?
I mean,
Let's
man,
see.
oh my, we have some fun here in studio.
Gobble, gobble.
We are excited for Thanksgiving, but we're
I'm
thankful,
cooked.
for you guys
Yes.
as well. So yeah, you know, you have the pre-Thanksgiving here with this one.
Like it.
And you get some dinner on the other side.
That's it.
But you guys, we're thankful for you. We're thankful for SportsDen.
For the crew that's been here, this will be our last studio show. We do know that for a while. We're going to go quarantine version in the winter. Can you take me seriously at all, anything I say right now with this on my head? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, but you're right. Thankful is a good way to be. No matter what's going on in the world, be thankful. And we're thankful for our crew here. Everybody getting everything done behind the scenes throughout the season. And yeah, thankful for our teams too. So follow us on Twitter. Go out and support your teams the rest of this week and the rest of this season.
It's playoff week.
Absolutely. Go Bengals.
Go Cougars.
And go Panthers. Gobble,
Happy
gobble.
Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble.
Don't be turkey.